all of these are handmade embroidery stitched by me. And then I did a range of different things. So these are hand embroidered pins, like little brooches, made of like felt and DMC threads. And here we have the orchid mantis, hand embroidered and hand beaded piece. I was inspired by like some images that I saw in like an old Vogue magazine. So they had a dress very similar to this one. And at first I just started to hand stitch the dress. And then I thought, hey, let's put a weird like bug head on it. And that's why I have the orchid mantis there.
And Sylvia?
Sylvia Plath. I thought it was like kind of funny and cheeky. And these are all, this stitch is called the Lazy Daisy. And it was one of the first ones that I ever did. And I was listening to a Lana Del Ray album. She says she's running around 24/7 like Sylvia Plath. Like she's like very depressed, on the verge of like suicide all the time.
It's not an ordinary theme for embroidery.
No, there's a subversiveness about embroidery that people don't really know about. Oftentimes the entire medium is like relegated to the domestic, but there have been many people that have used embroidery as a way of expressing something that isn't necessarily what people think embroidery is.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I was doing here, just, you know, creating I guess to me interesting subject matters and of like death and life and sexuality. Those are things I like to talk about. And some like mysticism. I sold a couple that were here earlier. I had a burning windmill, and that was from, I really like occult stuff, and that one was from the Sleepy Hollow stories. It's a monstera plant. Yeah, I did a series of those. I called them the Botanical Boys, and I also have them in prints here as well.
These are lovely.
Yeah, most of the tropical ones are inspired by Caribbean life. I'm Puerto Rican, so I took like my influences from the El Yunque, which is the jungle in Puerto Rico. So I have the parrots and the toucans, and then this one is actually, it's a moment of mourning, and it comes from the idea of it came from a Marquez story called the Handsomest drowned man in the world. And in the story, these townspeople find this giant, beautiful man drowned, and they start to wonder about what his life must have been like to be so large and so handsome. And so I created this like folk imagery based off of that story.